welcome to another C3 Stingray video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do, and hit that like and notification button. And today we're working on the 2000 Corvette, and this problem applies to all C5 Corvettes, where you put that key in and all of a sudden it lights up and says, wait, pull key and wait 10 seconds and then start the car. This has been happening more and more frequently with my car, to the point where I'm kind of worried I'm going to get stuck somewhere. So today I'm installing an LMC5 steering lock module, and hopefully this will fix the problem. So let's just jump into the video and get into it. First off, if your steering column will not unlock, even with the key on, you're going to have to get this other device called the LMC5 unlocker. Now if your steering wheel works normally, where it unlocks when you turn the key on, locks when you turn the key off, then you will not need this. But if you have an issue with your steering wheel locking all the time, you're going to have to unlock it first before you can install the LMC5. Now, there are a couple procedures you're going to have to follow, even if your steering wheel unlocks normally, to make sure it stays unlocked when you install the LMC5. We're going to go over those in the video. So to prepare your car for the installation of the LMC5, you need to turn your key on, make sure your steering wheel is unlocked, and leave your key on. Now we're going to go over to the passenger side, take the floor mat out, then take the cover off that covers the fuse box and the BCM. And we're going to need to remove a fuse while that steering wheel is unlocked and the key is still on. We want to remove the number 23 fuse. Now, I'm using pliers because I could not pull this fuse out for some reason, but you want to pull out the number 23 fuse. Now go back over to the other side, take your key out. I already did this, but turn your key off and take the key out and make sure the steering wheel is still unlocked. If your steering wheel moves easy, you can go to the next step, which is just disconnect your negative off your battery. It's really important that you do that. Make sure that your battery is disconnected before you go any farther. Now you can reinstall that number 23 fuse and put your fuse cover box back on. You're not going to do anything more with the fuses. Now we're going to take the BCM out. You simply pull up on that tab in the front and that'll release it, and there's like two hooks on the back and it just kind of pull it right out. Now we want to unplug the plugs on the side. There are 3 plugs. There's those little blue tabs that you push in on and pull the plugs out. Sometimes they're difficult to get out. Mine were a little tough. I had to keep maneuvering back and forth before they pulled out. Now you want to take those blue clips off the first plug. I use a screwdriver. You can use that tool that came with this LMC5 and you do that too. But now we got to remove 2 wires from the first plug. The first one is in the very first hole, is an orange wire. You simply insert this tool that comes with the LMC5. You insert this tool into the hole, the outside hole, not the inside hole. The very first one to get the orange plug out. Now the third hole over on that same plug, you get the purple wire out. These are, I had to really maneuver. The purple one came out easy. The orange one was a little tougher. I had to kind of maneuver that in there. You just kind of pull and push that in and to get it to release. Now this is the LMC5. Now you're going to replace the 2 wires you pulled out with the orange and purple wire off the LMC5. These connectors are like a U shape, so they can only go in one way. If you're struggling to put it in, you're putting it in the wrong way because they slide in super easy. So I'm putting the purple wire in first, which goes into the 3rd spot on the plug. And you slide it in, you can kind of tug back on it and you can see that it locks into place. Now I'm putting the orange one in the first hole. It's very important you put the wires in the correct holes. Now we're going to put that blue clip back in because it's kind of a locking clip that locks the wires in place and also clips that and holds that plug into place. Now we're going to move to that 3rd plug in, that pink one, that large pink one, and take that blue clip off
Doing a close-up of the screwdriver, how I do it, I just barely twist it enough to get it off. You can't twist it hard because those things will break pretty easy. Now we want to take the green wire out, but there's two green wires side by side. You want the second one from the right. So make sure you get the right green wire, don't pull the wrong one. So you want to use your tool again and put it in that second hole, that second outside hole on the right, and push in on that and pull on the wire. Now we're going to take the green wire off the LMC5 and slide it into that hole we just pulled the wire out of. Once again, it's, like I said, it's kind of U-shaped. You got to make sure you put it in the correct way, or because it slides in really easy. If you're having to shove it in there, there's something wrong. You got it in the wrong direction. Like right here, it wasn't going in right. I had to kind of angle it a little bit more there. And once I got the right spot, it slid right in. And as you can see, I'm pulling against it, it locks into place. You want to replace that clip, which locks the wires in and also locks the plug in when you plug it back in. Now we're going to reconnect all the plugs into the BCM. Now we're going to add the ground wire. Now there's a little bolt and nut already on there. You're just going to put it in that hole on the end of the BCM. Just put your little bolt through there. Set your lock washer on. Put your wire on, and then put your self-locking nut on top of that. You'll need a 1/4 inch wrench on the bottom and a 5/16 inch, either a socket or driver, and tighten that down. The LMC5 kit also came with some little blue plastic caps that you can cover the wires that we pulled out, just so you can cover up those bare wires. There's no bare wires stuck back there. So just take the little caps and cover up the 3 wires that we pulled out of the plugs. It also came with a couple zip ties, so you can kind of clean up the area and zip tie the wires up any way you want to. You don't have to do this, but if you want to try to keep it a little more organized before you put everything back in, you can zip tie these up to make it a little neater. Now they tell you to remove the steering column lock relay. You no longer need this relay, so it's probably a good idea to take it out just so something accidentally doesn't lock again for some reason. It has a little locking clip in there, that little green locking clip that you need to pull out. And then the thing should unplug. I'm taking this completely out. As you can see, there's a couple push pins that hold it in place. You need to look at the wires on this to make sure you have the right thing. There should be 2 orange wires, a green wire, a white wire, and a purple wire. Not all of them have the purple wire. Also, not all of them have it. The 97 and early 98s do not have this relay. Some of the 98s through 2000 automatics don't have this relay also. So if you don't have the relay, you don't have to worry about it. Now with the relay out of the way, we're going to put the BCM back in. As you can see there's the hooks I was talking about earlier, and there's the 2 holes they go in. Simply set those back into the holes and push it down and lock it back into place. Now we can put the cover back over. And put our mat back into place. Now I can reconnect the negative ground wire to the battery, and let's try it out. Steering wheel's unlocked. There's no message, But when you turn it off, now the steering wheel stays unlocked, which it didn't before, but that's the way it's going to be from now on.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping this fixed my problem. I think it has. I know some people have issues with this. I've read where it didn't work for some people, but I think about 95% of the people it does work for. So if you have this problem, hopefully it'll work for you too. I mean, it's pretty easy to take out if it doesn't fix your problem. So it's not that expensive. But you're better off buying it directly from Compliance Parts. I'm not affiliated with them anyway, so I'm not getting any kickback or any money for advertising this, but I've seen it for sale on eBay and I've seen it for sale on Amazon, and it was cheaper to buying it from them. And actually, they're in California and I'm in Illinois, and I got the thing in 2 days after I ordered it. So they're pretty on top of the ordering process. If you do need other parts though, like new parts or used parts, go to my website at c3stingray.com. And I got a couple more videos coming up. I got an auction video coming up. I got a new game video coming up, which should be fun. So if you haven't checked my other C3 Stingray game, can you guess the game, the cars by just looking at the outside of a car? Can you tell me what year Corvette it is? It's a pretty fun game. You should check it out. And I guess that's it. I gotta go. I'll see you on the road.